All right, here we go. My name's Jeff K, and you're listening to episode 264 of the world-famous West Virginia Surf Report podcast. And we're back, broadcasting once again from deep underneath a nondescript home in suburban Pennsylvania. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for finding me on the dial. Is there a dial anymore? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Thanks for listening, downloading, streaming, whatever how you go about it. Whatever method you use, I'm all for it, and I appreciate it. Feels like I've been away for a while, and I think there's like tactical errors to the way I'm handling my days off. I'm actually doing stuff, like I do things on my days off now, or there's a holiday, and it never feels like just a regular day off, like a day of rest. It never feels like a day of rest. It feels like when I'm not at work, I'm doing something else that's not rest. I need one big fat ass day. A day of nothing but fat assery. That's what I'm craving. Of course, I don't like that either. I mean, I don't like hanging around the house and doing nothing. So, you can't please me. It's impossible to please me. I'm always, the grass is always greener, But anyway, I feel like I'm there's too much, even that vacation, like, took all those days off. They're like, well, you just went on vacation. Like, if I bitch about it, I'm like, tired. God, enough's enough. I feel like I've just run wide open all the time. Where you just had vacation. Yeah, I went to Florida. I flew down to Florida. How is that restful? I mean, it was nice. I'm not saying it wasn't nice. It sure as shit wasn't restful. It was, getting up early, traveling here and there, riding around, going from one thing to another, flying down there with all that nonsense, all that entails, just, it was not restful. And then you come back and go straight back to work, So then you're like, well, you just had a vacation, yeah, but, I need a vacation from my vacation. Say, whatever. Whew, man, listen to this guy. Get a load of this one. But anyway, on Monday, Sunday this week, this past weekend, I work on Saturday. My weekend is basically Sunday and Monday now. It's everything's in flux, all the time. But anyway, so on Sunday, I had all this stuff I wanted to get. My hair was all puffed out. I was like Mr. Carter. I was like Gabe Kaplan, My hair was puffed out. And it needed to be tended to. It needed to have a professional. A professional needed to tend to that because it was getting out of hand. It was all puffed out. And, so I was going to do that on Sunday. I ordered these shirts off the JCPenney website. I told you, I went to a bunch of stores looking for shirts to wear to work, like dress shirts type, stuff to wear to work. I went to multiple stores, couldn't find anything. Nobody has anything. You go in there, and it's like skimpy. It looks like the Soviet Union. I don't know what's going on. There's like no stock. And if they do have something that looks pretty good, it's not my size. I'm like, what? And these people bitch. Everybody putting these stores out of business. The internet. Everybody's doing shopping online. And they're just driving these stores out of business. Well, they don't have anything. I mean, I tried. I attempted. I went to like 4 or 5 stores. I came home with one shirt. I wanted to buy like 5 or 6. I wanted to buy a whole bunch of shirts. That was my goal, right? Couldn't find anything. So then I went home and I bought a bunch of them off of the internet. And then I bought 3 more the other day. I was on the JCPenney website. Thing said I don't know, there's some kind of deal. I don't know. And they were cheap. I mean, they weren't cheap, but they were, a deeply discounted. So I bought 3 of them, and I had to avoid the shipping costs. Amazon has trained me to never pay shipping costs or try to avoid that at all. I don't want to do that. So I had them shipped to the store, and then I go over there and pick them up, and then that's free. So that's how I did it. I ordered 3 of them, and I think it's free shipping over $100 or something. And it wasn't $100, so it would have cost me I don't know, like $7 more. The hell with that! I'm not paying $7. No way. So I had it shipped to the store. Then I started getting all these text messages. Your shirts are here, and then like, are you going to come get these shirts? Because we're going to send them back. You only have 10 days to pick them up. Like, this is day 2. I mean, I have like 8 more days. Like, and then I started getting phone calls. You're going to come pick up these shirts? Like, calm your tits, buddy. God. So anyway, so Sunday I was going to go pick up the shirts. I was going to get my hair tended to because it was because of the poofiness. And I was going to get I was going to clean out my car, go through the car wash and all that stuff, because Steve and I are going to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame on Monday, right? I'm going to get that shit prepped, get a tank of gas, and I'll get all that stuff. I wake up and I am told, and I knew this, but I totally forgot about it. Yeah, it's Easter. It's like nothing's open, like literally nothing's open. So all that stuff you had planned, you can just jettison that shit because everything's closed. I'm like, oh. It's like, I don't know. I mean, up here, Easter is like a huge deal. I remember a few years ago, I was at work, and this woman goes, Jeff, what'd you buy your wife for Easter? I said, what? What? What kind of gift did you buy your wife for Easter? I said, what the hell? I said, Easter gift. I know. What are you talking about? She goes, you don't buy your... What? Are you serious? You didn't buy your wife an Easter gift? I said, I have never heard the phrase Easter gift in my life. And you're still married? Did you hear this? She's like bringing other people in. Jeff didn't even buy his wife an Easter gift. I'm like, what are you people talking about, man? People are crazy. I don't even understand. It's like I feel like I'm in a different world, in a parallel universe. People don't buy Easter gifts. You get kids a basket full of candy, and you might stick some kind of gift in there. I don't know. It's not necessary. You just put a bunch of candy in there and a giant, hollow, chocolate duck or whatever, and then you're good. You don't buy like adults Easter gifts. I never even heard of such a thing. I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. Like, I don't know. I was like, whatever. I said, no, we don't. We don't do that. Okay. They were like, they couldn't believe it. They could not believe, And there's these kids that my kids went to school with. I mean, they'd get bicycles, they'd get PlayStations, they'd get tablets, cell phones for Easter. Like, it's a bizarre world. You know what we did? We didn't do anything. I watched the Reds lose and laid around the house. I guess that's a day, but it was a day of aggravation. It didn't feel like I had a plan in my head. This is the stuff I need to do, and then I couldn't do any of it. So that wasn't even good. I didn't get any satisfaction out of it. And you know what we had for Easter dinner? Shepherd's pie. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, we don't even really, it's not even, for better or worse, we don't really even acknowledge it. I mean, we're not hostile towards it. It's just another Sunday. I don't know. I mean, we're not making any kind of political statement or anything like that. We're just, I don't know, it's just another day. We had shepherd's pie for dinner. So anyway, so that sucked. And then the next day, I did go and I went through Johnny's car wash. The cool thing about that is there's like nobody on the road. The roads were empty. I mean, there was nobody out and about. I guess everybody's just home, just like stuffing, just folding big slices of ham into their gaping maw. You know, I don't know what they're doing, but there's nobody on the roads. I was like, I love this, man. This is nice. You know, and I drove over to Dixon City, went to Johnny's Car Wash, my favorite car wash. Went through there, and I paid $16 for the top, for the something called ceramic wax. I don't know what that is, but I got the top notch one, you know, and there was nobody. There was one car in front of me when I arrived, and they were inside the car wash itself. Generally, when you go over there, you gotta wait. I mean, sometimes I stop on my way home from work. It's a 24-hour thing. So sometimes I stop like late at night, and I still have to wait sometimes, you know. So to go over there and just like basically drive right into that thing is luxury. I was like, yeah, I'm finally getting some. And I went and vacuumed out the inside and all that stuff. And so I got that. At least I got that done. But I couldn't get the poofiness tended to. The poofiness was running rampant. I mean, it was out of control. And Tony's like, I can't even tell a difference. She goes, you'll go over there and you'll pay $22 for a haircut, and when you come home, you'll look exactly the same. I said, no. I got the poofiness. Can't you look at it? Look, just take a look at this. She goes, I don't know. I don't see anything. It looks fine to me. So then I go over there. I get the haircut. I'm jumping ahead, and the woman's going, man, your hair's long and thick. I said, well, you know, can you write that down on a piece of paper and initial it so I can show my wife? No. But anyway, so that's I was full of aggravation that day, so I didn't really get any. I guess that was a fat ass day, right? But it was full aggravation. All right, the next day, Steve came to our house at 9 a.m. We were supposed to meet up at 9 a.m. and I'm driving up there to Cooperstown, home of the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's about 2 hours from here. It's not far. It's an easy trip, and it just straight up the interstate. You know, it's not bad at all, and it's so much fun. You just immerse yourself in baseball history. I love it. It clears the head, and it's just wonderful. You know, I love it. It's like this little town in upstate New York. It's pretty, and you know, it's like Americana. You know. And it's fantastic. So we've been up there many times. I don't know. There's no way to. I don't know. Probably like 8 times somewhere over through the years. Somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 8 times. I went there when I was a kid in the 70s, and I ripped the cover off accidentally. Ripped the cover off some old. I don't know what year. It was like from the 50s or 40s. Some program from a baseball game in the 40s or the 50s. Somehow I ripped the whole cover off of the thing, and the guy's head whipped around the owner of the store. He was like, his head just whipped around like, what the hell was that ripping sound, you know? I'm like, I'm sorry, you know. He goes, you're not helping me at all. You're not helping me at all. You know, he was like bitchy about it, which I can understand. He didn't ask us to buy it, and we didn't offer to buy it. He was pissed. I ripped the whole cover off some old 1948, you know, St. Louis Cardinals program or something. Mortifying. I've done so many stupid I've done so much stupid shit in my life. This stuff pops into my head every once in a while. It just gives me a full body shiver. I'm like, oh God, what is, you know? But anyway, and also, you know what I also remember about that time when I was a kid is they had this phone receiver. You could pick it up, and it had Babe Ruth on the other end. Hey, kids, welcome to the hall. You know, today you're gonna have a wonderful day. You know, Babe Ruth, guy's dead. It's like a voice from the other side. You know, it was kind of scary. You know, hey, you know, I'm on the other side now. I died long time ago. I had the cancer. You know, but anyway. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, and enjoy your day. You know, that kind of thing. That they don't have that anymore, unfortunately. But those are some of the things I remember about the Baseball Hall of Fame when we were kids. But Steve and I have gone up there many times, and I don't know. They have this deal where you can pay $50 for 1 year of unlimited access. So it costs $28 to get in. So if you went 2 times, you got your money, and then you get all kinds of other perks too. No, I don't know. I always think about doing that, and I never do. But anyway, so Steve came to my house 9:00 ish, and we drove up there, and it was a beautiful day, sunny. We were just listening to music and talking and stuff, and we're like, what do you want to do when we get there? We're like, right. I said, I'm hungry. I said, well, how about that? I said, you know that Cooperstown diner? He goes, I think so. I don't think he knew. I think he was just bullshitting me. But I said, yeah, a little tiny little diner on the main drag there. It's like real tiny. He goes, yeah, I think so. I'm skeptical that he remembered, that he knew what I was talking about. But I said, why don't we try that place? He goes, okay, sounds good. So we walked down there, and the place is over 100 years old. It's this little tiny diner. It's looks like a little house, and it's cool looking. And we walk in there, and I think the capacity, I don't know if you could fit 15 people in there. I'm not even kidding. It's small. It's got a counter. And they had a whole family of kids, and it's like, I don't know, 3 kids, I think, and 2 parents. Those kids were obnoxious as shit, like making all kinds of noise. And then there's, like 4 tables against the wall, I think. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could fit, 4 people at each table. It's 16, and then maybe 20 people, 21 people in that place. Full capacity, So miraculously, there was an open table, and we sat down, and as soon as we sat down, the door kept swinging open, and people were like in there, trying to see if there's a place to sit, and there's not. And there's this guy sitting behind Steve. He's sitting at a table by himself, and this couple comes in and says, "Do you mind if we sit at your table?" The guy's like, "Whatever, I don't care," And so then you get these people that don't know each other sitting at the same table. I'm like, I don't like this. But we pretty much had that table monopolized. So anyway, it would be hard to do that to us because we're sitting on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so the guy comes out there. I'm looking at the menu, and I don't know, I'm just going to get a burger or something. I said, but then it said a jumbo hot dog. I said, that sounds pretty damn good. I said, that sounds good. I'm going to get a hot dog and some fries or something. So I asked the guy, I said, the waiter, this young guy, I said, what kind of toppings do you have for this hot dog? He goes, well, we got the normal condiments, just the regular ketchup, mustard, that kind of stuff. And then we also have chili and coleslaw, if you can believe it. I said, what do you mean if you can believe it? He goes, I never heard of that before. He goes, the cook back there, he's from Georgia. He's got all kinds of weird ideas. I said, I'll take that. I said, I'll take the hot dog with the chili and the coleslaw. He goes, all right, whatever. He was like, seriously? He had this like, are you serious? I'm from West Virginia. We eat coleslaw on our hot dogs. That's not weird. I don't know. So I said, hell yeah, let's do that. Steve ordered a burger. And the place is loud. Those kids are screaming and yelling. Like, what the? Have you ever heard of, making a kid behave? Or at least attempting to? These kids were, making all kinds of racket, and the parents were just sitting there. Very annoying. But anyway, so then the food came out. And the hot dog itself was under there somewhere. It was a plate with a hot dog in the middle of it. And it looked like they had just taken scoops of chili and just covered the whole thing. And then there's coleslaw on top of that. You can't even see the hot dog. It's under there somewhere, I assume. And so I had to eat the thing with a knife and fork, So it was good though. It was really good, and so that place was good. Steve said his burger was delicious. Said it was grilled, it wasn't just fried up. It was good, so that was good. Then we walked back to the Hall of Fame, and there's shops up and down the street. Sells baseball stuff, either collectibles or memorabilia or anything. Any baseball-themed thing you can think of, they have it on that street. So we stopped at a couple of those shops, and then we went into the Hall of Fame. It was fun. It's great, You just go up there, there's like all these displays, there's this part upstairs, like I think it's on the second floor, where you walk through and it says, above the door, it's etched in stone, it says, "Entering hallowed ground," It's really cool. It's like all this stuff about stadiums, like old stadiums and stuff. It's got like Ebbets Field, the home plate from Ebbets Field, and this big panoramic view of what it looked like. The inside of Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, and it's got all these. I mean, it's awesome. I love that stuff. I love it. And then there's sections where they have. It's a museum about baseball. You can pretty much guess what's in there. It's awesome. There's a Babe Ruth room, a room dedicated to the Bambino. You can go in there and look at his bowling ball. You can look at Babe Ruth's bowling ball. You can look at the crown. He always wore a crown all the time. I guess because he's the home run king. I don't know. I've never seen a man wear a crown so much. And there's like all this interviews with him, like blasting out of the speakers. Well, we're going to do pretty well this year if we get the pitching. Why did people talk so weird back in those days? Really weird. But anyway, so Babe's talking over the thing. It's like it's an assault on on all your senses. You're just getting blasted from the Babe Ruth. Just an assault of Babe Ruth information. I don't know. I've been there. I've been to this thing many times, and it changes. There's stuff that like disappears. It's not always exactly the same. It's generally the same. But then when we're driving home, we're like, hey, what happened to that? They used to have this thing where they had these, it's kind of weird. It's like these metal boxes, and you could lift the lid up, and one of them smelled like hot dogs, like you're at the ballpark. And another one smells like popcorn, It's like you could just lift the lid and it would smell like hot dogs in there, Those things are gone. I don't know if that's a COVID thing. I don't know if COVID, like, they don't want people touching stuff. I don't know. But anyway, and then we went upstairs to the third floor. This is where it's all. They have this big baseball card display up there, and they have these two machines where you can make baseball cards with with you. You can make a baseball card with you on it, right? And it gets emailed to you. Like you go into this booth. They have two of them. You go into this booth, and you can take a picture, and it'll use that picture on 5 or 6 different baseball cards from different eras, Topps baseball cards, and then it emails them to you, and it's free. And we had a blast last time we were messing around with that thing. Last time we were there, the place was 2/3 empty. We basically had our run of the place. This time it was a little bit busier. I don't know. It was the day after Easter, I guess. Kids are out, right? Kids weren't in school, I assume. That was a tactical error. So we went up to that. We were going to do that baseball card machine and do these goofy cards. I go up there and I make these expressions. We're just goofing around. Playing around. But there was a concierge up there, some guy up there helping, keeping an eye on it. I don't care for that crap. So I felt like I didn't have freedom to do my normal goofiness. He's up there. He goes, I'll push the buttons. They didn't even want you to touch the touch screen. It's like, what? this sucks. They've ruined it. And there's a whole bunch of kids up there, so you wouldn't be able. I didn't feel free, I didn't feel free to do my normal goofiness. I wanted to go up there and just go full blown goofy, and make some hilarious baseball cards with me featuring me, and Steve too. So, but we were like, there was a guy there, like a helper. So Steve goes, maybe this place closes at 5. Maybe if we come back at 4, maybe he won't be here because it'll probably be emptier at that point. I said, all right, well, this is depressing. I'm deeply upset. This is one of my favorite parts of this thing. So we finished. We went and looked at all the plaques and all that stuff. There's this guy in there that every time we see it, we like snicker. His nickname, his first name is Cumberland. I don't know who this guy is. He's from way back. I think he's an executive or something. I don't even think he's a player. Cumberland. But then underneath in parentheses, his nickname is Cum. And we just like laugh. We're like in our late 50s and we're like snickering like Beavis and Butthead. I went and I made a pilgrimage to the Johnny Bench plaque, stood and watched that in reverence. I looked at that in reverence. We went to the original group, the original class, which is Babe Ruth, Christy Mathewson, all those guys, and looked at those guys. And, we walked around, looked at the plaques, and then we went back out of the place and went to some more shops up and down the road, and Steve bought a bunch of stuff. I was going to buy this. There's a store that had this cool as hell Reds cap. It was black. It's hard to describe. The whole thing was black. Then it had I don't know. It's hard to describe. But it was cool. I'd never seen one like that before. It was $25. I was like, I'm going to buy this thing. So I put the thing on. It's an adjustable. And the thing's like tiny, like squeezing my head, my big bulbous head. I'm like, what the hell's this? It's like a youth size? He goes, no, those are for men, I mean, I don't know. We thought it was, it didn't say anything about youth, but it wouldn't fit on my, sometimes I feel like my head's tiny, like a tiny Duke head from that Genesis album, Duke, but then sometimes I feel like I feel like I'm gaining weight in my head. Is it possible to gain weight in your head? But anyway, I couldn't. I said, I can't buy this thing. God, Then I found this coffee mug that said Cooperstown, New York on it. It was cool looking. I turn it over, $18.99. I was like, they can pack that shit. I'm not paying $19 for a frickin' coffee mug. It wasn't like it was handmade or something. It was like some mass-produced thing. I'm like, what the hell's this? $18.99 for a coffee mug. They can keep it, So I was like, I guess I'm not going to buy anything. Steve was buying stuff. So I ended up buying a coffee mug back at the Hall of Fame gift shop. It was pretty cool. That's the only thing I bought, So I like buying, they have all kinds of cool baseball stuff there, and you can find some cool things there, and I have through the years. This time I didn't. So we went back. We did all those shops and all that stuff. And then we went back, and the guy was gone, and I got to do a limited amount of goofiness, but there were still too many kids. So I didn't want to hog the stupid thing. And while these little kids are standing there waiting, and then the parents are standing there like, would you look at this? Would you take a look at this? My young little Colt, or I don't know, whatever these kids are named now, he wants to, there's some big fat old man just like hogging the thing up, making all kinds of faces. Would you take a look at this? So I felt social pressure. I couldn't do it. I mean, but at least the concierge was gone. We were able to do a limited number of goofiness, limited amount. But anyway, so it was fun. The brewery Amagang, or I don't know how you pronounce that. There's a brewery up there we always go to, closed on Mondays. We weren't able to do that. There was snow in the forecast, so we had to skedaddle out of there. It was supposed to snow overnight, and we got hit down in where we live. So, it's late March or late April, and it's frickin' snowing, So it was a good day. It was a fun day. I always love going up there. While we were driving back, I said, what I want to do? You want to do again? I was talking to Steve. So I want to go to Yuengling again. Because we go to the Yuengling Brewery, which is in Pottsville. And it's the oldest brewery in America. It was built back when, George Washington was alive. Like early 1800s, like 1829, I think. It's this old, brewery. And it's fun. The tour is really cool. They have these caves and all this stuff. So, where they used to keep the beer before refrigeration, And I said, I'd like to go. I said, I want to go back to I want to go back to Yuengling. And Steve goes, well, they're battling a variant. It's they're dealing with a variant. I said, what? In Pottsville? What? He goes, what? Wait, what are we talking about? I said Yuengling. He goes, oh, I thought you said England. I said, no, Yuengling. I want to go back to the Yuengling tour. He goes, let's do it. I can't do it next Monday. You want to do it the Monday after? I said, hell yeah, let's do it. So I guess we're going to go to the Yuengling tour. I don't know. They're battling some kind of variant, down there in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. I wasn't aware of this, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I've been on that many times as well. So we're going to do that. That'll be fun, right? We'll do that 2 weeks in a week and a half or so. So that'll be another day where I have a day off, and it'll be filled with stuff. But that's all right. You got to have experiences. The weather's getting better up here, even though we got snow, and you got to get out and about, right? But I feel like I don't get any rest. There's no downtime. That Easter Sunday was just full aggravation. So that's it. I don't know. I feel like there's other stuff. I guess I'll just have to hold it till next time because we're at the end of this thing. I thank you guys for listening. If you want 2 of these a week instead of a measly one, and I can't imagine. I can't even think of it. I mean, I have a pretty good imagination, and I can't even come up with a scenario where you would not want 2 of these a week instead of a measly one. I do have a way to rectify that problem, and it's over at patreon.com. That's Patreon, Patreon.com/Jeff K. Sign up for a $4 or more monthly donation, and you'll get yourself an extra episode of this podcast every single week. Not every once in a while. Not once a month. That's for suckers. You get it every week, so sign up today. Patreon.com/Jeff K. And if you want to call in and be a part of a show, you can do that too. The number, 570-290-8151. Just ask a question, make a comment, make a suggestion, whatever. It's 24 hours a day. It's voicemail. I'll probably almost certainly use it in a future show. It's an easy way to interact with the show, and it's fun. So do it up, 570-290-8151. And the website, I can't say it's new anymore. It's been around a while, but it's newish. It's at surfreportpod.com. Expanded show notes, links, photographs, whatnot. Check that out, surfreportpod.com. And my No New Jeffs column, which I publish on the first day of every month. The April one is up. It's all about colonoscopies. My colonoscopy, well, I never actually got one. I opted for the shit-in-a-box option. I went with the shit-in-a-box option. You can read all about that. You talk about shitting in a box. That's right in my wheelhouse. So you might want to check that out. That's at nonewjeffs.substack.com. All right? And I'm working on something else, too. I'll keep you updated on it. We don't need to go into it right now, but I'll keep you updated in the future. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. And until next time, which will be over on the Patreon side, I hope you guys have yourselves a fine, fine day. I'll see ya. Bye. A professional needed to tend to that.